All right. You ready? Okay. I'm here with the newest addition to the Rockies pitching staff, righty Jeremy Guthrie. And Jeremy, you were scheduled to go to arbitration with the Orioles on the same day that you found out you were traded to the Rockies. What was your reaction to when you found out that you were coming to Colorado?
Well, it was a great trade, a unique opportunity for me and my family, and we enjoyed the heck out of Baltimore, and it was 5 years there, and to get a chance to come over to an organization that's built to win this year and trying to get back to where they've been the past couple of years is, it's a lot of fun for me. So I knew a couple of days prior to the arbitration, day, and so I had a couple of days to prepare before they officially announced it.
Okay, now I know you and your family spend the off season in Utah, and Colorado isn't too far off from there. Have you had a chance to spend any time in Colorado other than maybe in baseball time?
Well, I'd never been there prior to my trade, but ownership and Mr. O'Dowd were kind enough to fly us out, my wife and I, and gave us a day in Denver to look around, see some of the areas, and go to some restaurants down there for dinner. So it looks like a great city and somewhere we're going to fit in real nice.
Absolutely. Now, I know you were the Orioles' opening day starter last year, and you've pitched over 200 innings the last 3 seasons, so you definitely are a workhorse, so to speak. Where do you see yourself fitting into the Rockies' rotation this season?
Well, I'm very unfamiliar with the pitchers here. I've seen a few of them on TV games as we wrap up on the East Coast and, catch a guy like Chacin or Rogers I remember watching pitch. So I really don't know where I fit in. I'm just going to be a guy that comes in and hopefully prepares well and gives myself a chance to help the team win each time I'm out there. And I'll take the ball whenever they give it to me. So that's really the key is staying healthy, being able to make all of your starts and hopefully log a lot of innings and make them quality innings. And that's my goal each and every year.
You mentioned you are a person who enjoys being on a bike. I won't say an avid cyclist because he corrected me. But maybe just talk about your thoughts on biking around the different ballparks and the different cities that you will be traveling to. I know you said you kind of have a plan for that.
Well, yeah, I think I've ridden a bike since I can remember, whether it was a paper route growing up in Oregon, riding to the mall, riding to the Foot Locker to get a pair of shoes. That's just how I've always traveled. So I think I bought my first car when I signed in 2002, and really it was a shared car between my wife and I. So I've just always ridden. I rode in spring training my first year. I've ridden to AA stadiums, AAA stadiums, and Major League stadiums in Baltimore the past 5 years. I enjoy being on a bicycle. I think it's freedom. I think it's great exercise and great to be outside. So this year I really want to take a camera on there and maybe give some people a chance to see, what it's like the day in the life of a major league player, where they might go, whether it's New York City or whether it's Houston, whether it's Cincinnati, and kind of make it fun. So maybe I'll stick one of those cameras on top of a bike helmet and kind of drive around with it for the day.
Of course, you have to wear a helmet, and it was good that you mentioned that, or I'm sure the Rockies brass would not be fans of that idea. Now, switching to last season a little bit, looking at the record, it doesn't always indicate your performance. You finished 9-17 and led the American League in losses, but maybe you can put into perspective for fans who might not know that much about you what the reason for kind of the lopsided win-loss record was last year.
Well, it's always tough. It's one of those things that's out of your control for the most part. I think there's some things as pitchers that we need to do to keep the momentum on our side, whether it's, keeping the team scoreless until we score, putting up a 0 after our team scores to try and keep that momentum, on our team's side. So there are things that pitchers definitely control, but at the same time, you may go out there. I remember a game last year where I went 8 innings and gave up 3 runs and lost 3-0. And so, there's certain circumstances where things are out of your control. And so, the records show something. They don't tell the whole story. I won't run from them, though. People ask you about the 17 losses. Yeah, I pitched in 17 games in which, I personally took a loss, and I even had more. The team lost more of those games than just 17. We won a few games, and sometimes, I could have done better, and other times I did all that I could. But, you do everything you can, prepare the best you can, and you have to accept the outcome, And hopefully I can do better this year, and we can look back and say, okay, this year the numbers flip-flopped. But there's no sense dwelling on it, just trying to improve the pitch quality that you make. That's what leads to, the hits, which leads to the runs, which lead to the wins or the losses. So you kind of get down to the basics of what you can control and work on those things.
Last thing for you, you've been in the American League your entire career, Cleveland and then Baltimore. So a lot of Rockies fans might not know quite what to expect from you. What type of pitcher would you say that you are? What are you kind of known for? What do you pride yourself on as far as being a pitcher?
Well, I'm going to try to be aggressive. I think that's the first and foremost thing. Try to get ahead in counts. Put the hitters on the defensive and make them swing the bat. I remember in the minor leagues watching a lot of long baseball games, and I said to myself, I would like to be a pitcher that a team of 8 guys behind me enjoys playing behind. Someone that works quickly, someone that gets quick results, and can get the team in and out of a game, and hopefully be on the winning side. So those are things that I try to do. I'll use fastball for the majority of the time and try and use that pitch. I'll mix in some breaking balls and a changeup as a pitch that I've worked a lot on lately. So hopefully you'll see an aggressive pitcher that's not scared of anybody or any situation, and hopefully you'll walk away from the stadium a lot of times this year happy because the team won.
Right. Well, we welcome Jeremy to the Rockies and to the National League. He did sign a 1-year deal worth just over $8 million, and he will be a free agent at the end of this season. So we look forward to seeing what you can do this year, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You bet. This is Vanessa Hughes at spring training at Salt River Fields in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now back to you.